and welcome to the third episode here on the Cavalier Family Podcast slash show. If you're watching on YouTube, we'd like to welcome you again to 1981 as we will be covering the top music. My name is Todd. Obviously, we have my co-host over here, Mr.
Bro, is what they call me.
What? So as far as who we are a independent studio, and what we do is every month is a different year, and throughout the weeks we actually choose the top movies, cartoons, TV shows, music with whatever year that month is the topic of. So the previous episodes you had the TV shows and cartoons. This week is music, and the last week will always be movies. As far as updates go, we do have another segment on the YouTube channel as well as podcast where it's Sell Me the Movie. If you guys are familiar with our podcast and show in the past, basically what it is it's a segment we used to do there where we would sell you in 2 minutes the movie that we chose for that year. However, we made it a whole different section in its own segment to where everybody here at the Cavalier Family Group, then they can actually just go ahead and review whatever movies they see. Obviously, it won't be repeated. So for an example, Ro here, he's never seen Indiana Jones, but if he ever does see Indiana Jones, then he can provide his insight on it and what he thinks. So as far as that goes, it's the only major update other than, of course, follow us on all social platforms as well as TikTok, as that's where you will get all your dad jokes coming in. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump back to 1981.
Back in time.
All right, and here we are in 1981, and before we start off, we'll see. Ro, how you doing, man? How you been?
Hey, pretty good. Just been gaining weight. I would say muscle. I've gained 17 pounds in a month. Been
Wow.
hitting the gym pretty hard. I got to get that summer body ready, got to do it. So, I mean, that's been pretty much, work has been slow. Start going to pick up. I'm just ready for the holidays coming up. Memorial Day, probably going to do a little trip.
Yeah, any plans?
Thinking about going to Lake Havasu.
Where's that at?
It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but it's in it's in Nevada, I think, before Vegas, like way before Vegas, or it might be Arizona. I don't know. I've been there before. Don't really remember what state it was. It was like once, and there was a lot of drinking involved on the way there. So I wasn't driving though. But yeah, going to Lake Havasu, get on the boat for Memorial Day. They have like rows of boat parties and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for Memorial's Day. I'm ready for that. But besides moving to San Diego, yeah, that's pretty much. I got my place all set up now.
Good.
Not on an air mattress. Finally got my painting up. But yeah, besides that, I'm in full go mode now.
Nice. So I know last time that we spoke, you're doing Ramadan and everything. Are you still doing that, or is that over?
Oh no, it ended May 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty insightful. It was pretty good. On a spiritual level, I'm not religious, but spiritual, a lot of meditating, a lot of fasting, basically working out. So being cut, it kind of helped because I was cutting as well, all that extra fat that I barely have. So just pretty good doing that. And now that it's over, I'm going in a full bulk mode. I'm at 217. I started off at 200, and I'm trying to get to 230. But the closer I get to 230, I'm like, maybe I want to get to 250 or 240. So
Okay.
we'll see how it goes.
Well, I mean, you have a little bit of ways because I'm already at 220. So, but it's not like you. I'm more of the jiggle jiggle and wiggle wiggle going on versus your muscular like arms over there.
Physique, right?
Physique, exactly. Well,
yeah, I also got 2 tattoos.
oh yeah. Uh,
I'm back. I also got 2 tattoos. It's not done yet. It's gonna be a whole quarter sleeve.
okay.
This is where it's ending. And then once I get done with that, I don't know, I'll think about starting on another arm or something.
Okay. Well, for our listeners, what kind of tattoo is it?
So it's a Egyptian / royal concept. We've all seen tribal tats. So it's that I took that as a
Concept?
as a template. So I did that. Well, concept, you're right. Took that as a concept and then just created another, just creating my own version with a royal and Egyptian piece.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So how long do you estimate on it going to be until it's completed?
I don't know. I tend to go like every 2 weeks or so, like when I get paid, really, and I just keep adding on to it.
All
so
right.
Hopefully I'm done by like June or July.
Yeah.
Like that end of June, early July. But because I'm planning on adding color to it, so we'll see. I'll just keep going till I'm like fully satisfied that it's finished.
All right. I mean that's fair. Yeah, like I have 3 on it, but as far as like muscles go, I don't really have a lot of muscles, so it like hits more of the bone than it does any meat. The only thing on me is more like the shoulders area where it has more of the muscle tone on it. As far as the words on my chest, like it was going up to the collarbone, and that's when like you could really feel it. So still have a lot of, well, I'd like to add more to it, just depends on where really and what it is.
Yeah.
But awesome. So recently, of course, I went to go see the Northmen, which is now in review wise. The movie review is up. Have you seen it?
No. That movie and there's another movie.
Doc Strange.
Yeah.
Yep.
That I'm waiting to see. Like I seen it up on like I think Apple TV or HBO Max, and I'm just probably gonna watch it here besides going to the movie theaters.
And that's fair. Yeah, like I enjoyed it. Obviously everybody can watch the review on YouTube, but needless to say, it made me feel less of a man while I watched it, because you have like shredded Alexander Skarsgård up there on the big screen, and like he's brutally killing men in every wake that he takes, and he's lifting like women without any struggle, basically, and he's just holding these big ass swords, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I feel less of a man now, because
thank you. You're like, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. As I'm eating, it made me think like, okay, late at night when I'm eating a honey bun, then I'll feel even more sad about myself. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds about right, dude. You're more shredded than what I am.
Yeah, but I'm not where I want to be yet. So
I'm not where I want to be. Blah 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 blah. Listen, when we first met, you have to remember I was 120,
and
skinny.
I was 155.
Yeah, I was skinny.
No, when
though.
we met, I was 144.
Yeah, but you were all muscle though. I was just straight bones. And you try.
I have the pictures though. I was 6'1", 144. That's that's pretty small.
Hey, but still though, you still try to get me into the gym and everything during our college program with Disney,
Yeah.
and it was weird because I go from like 120, right? Program ends, and I jump to 140. Um, in a relationship, moved to Orlando area, and then I go from like 140 to 180. And then I'm basically at 180 for a good solid 3-4 years, and then I jump up to 200. I'm like, whoa, like I didn't change anything that I eat, which is probably the issue. But then I jump up to like 220. I'm like, this is all like jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, and no like muscular likeness to it. Even though I did try to go to I should say I tried, but I did go to the gym and I was working out. So I feel like some of it is muscle there. It's just unworked muscle. But listen, let's get off of this. Your body is healthier than my body. And let's just go jump right into the 1981 top music here. First up, I don't know if you know the song, but let's go ahead and start it off with the number one. Actually, you know what? You want to start off at 1 or 5?
I think we should start out at 1, because not only because I messed up the name several times. I think my contacts are moving. I think we should start at 1.
Okay, so with number 1, I'll get that set up and then hit play, and then let's see if you guys at home recognize it as well. So let's see here. All right, gonna only play a little bit of it. Let's go.
She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. If she tease you, she'll unhease you. How better just to please you.
All right, and if you guys didn't know already, that was Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes. Ro, have you heard that song before?
I have not. And is it Carnes or is it Carnes?
It's probably Kim Carnes. It's probably Kim Carnes. Let's just go with that.
I don't know. It may be Carnes, you never know. People like to say their names differently.
Listen, the name Robin, or actually no, the name what's a popular name that they always like to fuck up, that they always spell like differently. Like there's different words of Brittany, Steven. But like there are other names too where like people will name somebody and have like a weird way of spelling it. It's like, no, it's only this way. This is how you spell it.
I've seen Michael and they're like, no, it's Mikhail.
No, it's Michael. It's Michael. It's Michael. There's no Mikhail.
No, it's Mikhail.
It's Michael, damn it.
Exactly. So, it might be Carnes.
Or Stephanie, Stephanie. That some people spell it with white. No, damn it, it's Phine. Stephanie. All right. Before I get in a tangent, let's go to number 2 and let's see if you guys actually recognize this one at all.
Oldies.
Good old Lionel Richie here.
Right? That song should have been a Disney song. I would have put that song in like Beauty and the Beast or something.
Sorry, technical difficulties. What was that?
I would have put that song in Beauty and the Beast or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it has that kind of like, feel to it.
Yeah, I could see that. Like maybe like the ending song,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But nothing can replace the Beauty and the Beast song.
Oh no.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
But which one though? Be Our Guest or the slow song?
Ooh.
There you go.
No, but we're talking about the slow song here.
Okay.
This song can't compare to that song.
No. But out of the Lionel Richie songs that you know, though, what do you think of this one?
No, it's a classic, like guaranteed. Like that's Diana Ross, Lionel Richie, like that. There's two heavy hitters in one song, so like this is guaranteed classic.
Exactly. All right. So if you guys don't know already, it's Endless Love by Diana Ross, Lionel Richie. He's not so lonely anymore with that Diana Ross and they're playing that song with him.
Right.
But dad joke. Done. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into number 3. And of course, let's see if Ro recognizes it. And then let's see if you guys recognize it. Let's go.
You have gone and made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love. And we belong together.
Complete white guy song in the 80s.
You would have never guessed, though. You would have never guessed.
Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you.
He has like that deep, raspy voice.
Yeah, so like there's another group where there was a white guy in the group, and for the longest I thought it was a black guy.
True.
And it's not Boys to Men. Jeez.
Wait, are you thinking All for? It's not All for One, is it?
I think so. I think it is.
Swear.
Yeah. And the guy with the deepest voice is the black guy. I mean, is the white guy.
But no, that can't be.
Yeah. Hold on.
Because like whenever you think of a deep monotone, like it's not monotone, but like a brassy voice.
He had a deep voice.
I mean,
He had a deep voice. Like I feel like his voice was the deepest one.
I'm not saying that you're lying. I believe you, but like whenever you think of like a big brassy like style of voice, I think of the dude from Boys to Men.
Exactly. But the thing is, like, I never knew there was a white guy in that group.
No.
Like,
I thought it was like black dudes.
Yeah, exactly. And the other guy, he might be Hispanic. Like, I think it's a Hispanic guy, the other one. And it's like, whoa, that was like a real like a sideswipe moment. catch you off guard, because I didn't know there was a Hispanic guy.
And a white dude.
Yeah, let alone a white guy in the group. So like,
But okay, so that song, All for One, or Casey and JoJo?
I no, Casey. Which one? Which one for Casey?
Their most famous one. I can't think of the name off the top of the head, but
I mean, I feel like
the-
there's two. Going Crazy and jeez,
I know it was
All My Life.
is it
All my life, I pray
my
for someone like you. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I swear by the moon in the. I don't know. That's hard.
See,
That's
it's hard,
That's,
right?
that's pretty hard. Yeah. That's
I'm
pretty
gonna go with 90s. Well, I mean, both of them are 90s.
Yeah.
I'll go with Casey JoJo. But the one that would beat.
They were both wedding hitters, though.
I mean, they were, but I know one group on top of both of them though will always be Boys to Men. Broken Road, right? And End of the Road.
Versus Casey and JoJo. All right, your top. If you were to put them in top three order, them three,
Yep.
what would they be?
Boys to Men, Casey JoJo, All for One.
Off. I would have to go Casey, Boys, then All for One.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, and that's a hard two to go against each other. They need to do a versus. I think Casey and JoJo and Boys to Men should do a versus.
I mean, they should. But you know what? What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Let us know. That's the question of the day, as we usually are trying to get a question of the day in the YouTube channel or social media in general. Okay, so we have a list of Casey and JoJo, Boys to Men, and All for One. What song? Obviously, All for One is I Swear. Casey JoJo has two of them. Boys to Men have a few of them. But out of the top three, how would you guys order them? Obviously,
how would
Rose,
you rate them?
Yeah, exactly. How would you rate them? Because Rose is different than mine. We want to know yours as well. So leave a comment below. Let us know.
Yeah, and if there's somebody that you guys feel like that tops them, maybe you could throw it in there and then make it a bit more competitive.
Yeah, exactly. And make sure it's if it's the name Steven, it's done with a PH. And if it's Stephanie as a singer, it's PHANIE. Just throwing it out there. Those names. All right. Those damn names. All right, so let's go ahead.
These names. All these.
All right, so let's go to number 4.
Wait, that was Lady by Kenny Rogers.
Yes. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's which I never heard of until the list. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or heard of it.
No.
Yeah. Same thing with the next one. Have you, without obviously telling the title or anything, have you heard it?
I don't know. It's probably one of those that I have to listen to see if I've heard it before, because like there's some oldies that I've heard before, but like you tell me to look it up, like it's me and you both.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and start off number 4. Let's get right to it.
And fly away somewhere alone. It's been too long since we took the time. No one's to blame. My no time flies so quickly. But when I see you, darling, it's like we both are falling in love again.
All right. And that is, of course, number 4. Me personally, I've never heard of it. That is, of course, John Lennon with Just Like in parentheses. Yeah, in parentheses. And then it's called Starting Over. I've never heard of it. First time. What about you?
No, I haven't, but they did make a mix of it in 2010. They made a stripped down mix in 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. And by stripped down, I guess what does that mean or entail?
I don't know.
Like, are like people stripping to it?
No, it's probably like I don't know, probably like a regular mix or something like when they do like EDM or like just house music, change it in a house or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. And by stripping it, it could mean that it's, I guess, remastered. Maybe
Yeah.
that could be another point of it as well, I guess. Yeah, so that was number 4 of the top billboards. Oh, and by the way, I don't know why I didn't mention this before. This is the top billboards, top 100 of 1981. The list does, it says Wikipedia, but I feel like we got it actually from the website itself. Now, number 5, I know I know.
A lot of people know.
A lot of people know, which in all honesty, I'm surprised that it's number 5 and not number 1, but at the same time, it's probably one of those that just gained momentum later on.
Yeah. I think that's definitely what it was.
Yeah, because like even Glee covered it in the TV show when Glee was popular, and I don't remember Glee ever covering the other 4 that we did. Although the John Lennon song I can see in a movie like American Graffiti, kind of has like that vibe.
Yeah, so that's actually what I was looking for, because I feel like it was in a movie, but I can't, like, for the life of me, I can't find on what movie it was. It was
Okay.
in.
Well, I guess that can always be another question. Leave a comment on what movie the song is from, or where Ro believes he's seen it or heard it from, like what type of movie. Because yeah, I feel like it's something like an American Graffiti, kind of like Grease style, back in the kind of like a I don't know, 50s style, I guess, where you have like the greasers and the cars and everything, with like a drive-in dining location and stuff, like even though they're not sponsored, but Sonic. I mean, Sonic, if you want to sponsor us, we love your burgers and milkshakes. So there you go.
Especially the nerds candy drink.
Haven't tried it.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
I say Sonic should create an alcohol line. That's just me, but I am not an alcoholic, by the way. But I'm just saying they should definitely create an alcohol brand of the nerd drink, because it's fire.
All right, I have to give that a try. All right, brother, you ready for number 5?
Yeah.
All right, so number 5, and we'll get right to it.
You know, I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is broken. She's watching me in those eyes, and she's flirting with that body. I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's
Hey, Jesse's girl better been hot, because just saying.
Worth all that trouble.
Facts. He probably got his ass beat after the song, but it should have been worth it. Better been worth it.
Yeah, no joke. Which is funny because it's one of those songs that if you listen to later on in life, like as you get older, you then listen to the lyrics, because when you're younger, it's like, yeah, Jesse's girl, and then it's like, where can I find? Wait, he's talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
and then you realize that he's actually wanting to sleep with his best friend's girlfriend at that time.
And it reminds you of another song. Is it Stacy's Mom? Right?
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Yeah.
She's all I want, and I've waited so long.
That's another one of those.
Could you imagine like a little bit of a country version? Just say, can't you stay there? You're just not the girl for me.
But so, do you know anybody named Jesse?
Do I know anybody named Jesse?
I think I've known one person my entire life named Jesse.
Actually, yeah, same. I actually worked with him at Toy Story Midway Mania when I was there. His name was Jesse. And I mean,
he probably got a lot. He probably got a lot of shit for it, like whenever this song came up.
I don't think so. Ironically enough, I don't think he did. I know he's married now with 2 kids. He was a pretty cool guy. Like when I worked with him.
No, I'm saying when this song comes on, like his name's Jesse. He's in the location, and everybody's like, "I wish I had Jesse's girl," and he's just standing there, like, "Okay, bro, like I get it. It's my name's in the song." Or like Stacy's mom. Like, okay, that's like I've seen that happen in real life. Like a girl named Stacy with a hot mom. Like I've seen that. I've actually experienced that.
Now, of course, when Stacy's mom came out, we were in junior high, I believe, because there was a kid who was a major bully to me. I won't go into detail or anything because, don't want to be an Amber Heard and Johnny Depp type situation. But I won't say his name, but we used his
What
mom.
school did you go to? See? That was a trap. You almost fell for it.
I almost did, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's say if his name was okay, let's use Peter Quill. Let's go a little nerdy here. And even though that's definitely wasn't his name, but we did say like Peter's mom has got it going on, and he would be so mad. And it made me feel so great because he was always like a bully to me, to the point where it's kind of like a little comeback.
Yeah.
But he would get so irritated, and I just wanted to stop. And then it got to the point where I actually deserved the beating that he then gave me. So
then put you in the locker.
Not in the locker, no. I mean, shoved a little bit, yeah, called a couple of names, yeah, but it just felt so grateful of saying that, just because like being bullied and then finally having like a comeback for him, and then realizing that, okay, I may be pushing this a little too far. Because it's one thing if you say, Peter's mom, and he says, shut up, blah blah blah. But it's another thing if you say like
when
a
you
whole
just
entire
keep going.
verse, yeah. And then you kind of deserved like what you got. Yeah. I kind of deserved a little bit of it, but no, like that was I would say that would be equivalent of a song. Actually, you know what? They do have similarities. Jesse Jesse's girl, Stacy's mom. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they probably just like we're just gonna. I feel like another one's gonna come, and then I guess if you were to add on to it, another one I can say that's like that song would be I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh.
I am for real. Never meant to make a daughter cry.
I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I think like if there was a list, like I think it'd be pretty dope to listen to all those songs like that have the same like concept to it.
Mhm.
Like I think that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. Absolutely, just to see exactly who stole from. Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't really be stealing because you can theoretically remake a song for 99 cents. Like you and I can remake, for example, if we are able to do some some type of royalty for 99 cents, and we can even do like say, even though I mean it's who they are, but Metallica, like Enter the Sandman, like we can recreate that. And we can get, and we would have to pay him 99 cents for every single play. Or because that's how movies do it. Like for an example, like Riverdale, the TV show, like throughout many of their episodes, they have their characters singing in them. And it's remakes of other songs. Well, it's because they paid for those type of rights where they pay the studio heads or the artists or whatever 99 cents to actually sing the song versus the songs that you hear on radio stations or on movies, like the popular Vietnam song, or it's where like with all the fighter jets and stuff like that. Something Darkness. I forgot the name of it, but like instead of having the actual song in the movies, they can just recreate it and pay 99 cents. That's why, Kevin Smith, when he did the movie Tusk, the most expensive part of that movie was actually getting to the royalties for the Fleetwood Mac song Tusk. And that was like a couple of $1 million or like $1 million and some odd cents. So that was the most expensive thing to put in the movie. Like the movie alone wouldn't have cost that much, but it was because of that just put the budget. But he wanted it because the movie's name is Tusk. The song is Tusk. So that's why I wanted it. Otherwise, yeah, like anybody can, recreate the song. That's why it's the one thing that we're looking to do for like our independent movie, which is, a lot of the recreations of the songs, because we have a lot of, I wrote in a lot of the 90s songs, some 80s and early 2000s, because that's what we grew up with. And basically through the whole, the whole story, it's the character who's, supposed to be me. Whenever he sees a girl that he's interested in, like a song plays like in his head, like it's very tunnel vision type moment. And it's either a song from the 80s, from the 90s and 2000s, because it's the love songs that, we grew up with. And we could easily recreate that for 99 cents. The only thing, though, is for every play, we would have to pay them the 99 cents, which, I guess kind of leads us up to the point of the way that you can see this film. The way that you could support us is, of course, hitting the subscribe button, the like, comment below, follow us on all social platforms. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok now, YouTube, as well as, there is a link down below for our shop where there's a bunch of shirts and everything that we have there. There is a shirt in there that's Stop the Traffic, of course, where all proceeds for that shirt specifically goes towards an organization to stop human trafficking. So 100% of the profits go towards that organization. And so, yeah, that's how you guys can support us. But yeah, that kind of actually led us to the ending here. So with that in mind, you guys, look forward to next week's episode where we will be going over the 1981 movies. And, be on the lookout for the more movie reviews from not only myself, but hopefully everyone from Cavalier family. And with that in mind, we wish you guys a adieu.